Hey y'all, this is Mama T here, and this is my first video that I'm ever going to put up on YouTube. And I know my camera situation and my lighting situation are not ideal yet. I'm waiting for a few things to come that I've ordered. I'm still trying to figure some of that out. But I just want to get started. My channel is Creative by You Mama. I am an Idaho girl who has been living in South Louisiana for well over 30 years, and that is why my accent is totally affected. So anyway, I just did some thrifting the other day as I was traveling with my husband. And I want to share with you some of my thrift finds. I love to do paper crafts and journaling. So I love thrifting. So let's see what we got. Just wanted to show you this. I was in one little thrift store. We were in the Florida Panhandle traveling through. They have a lot of little thrift stores. So the place I saw this, 50 cents. Okay, a little package of 6 note cards and 6 envelopes. I'm thinking, well, this is a strange looking art. I'm going to take it out of the package here. I took a look at it in the store just to see what I was getting. That's real shiny, so you can't see it. We pull it out and you think, well, that's some strange looking artwork, but you know, it could be interesting. These look like that they're images of original artwork. So I always like things like that. So I started scanning through the little stack and I thought, oh, look how pretty. This is a little landscape. I think that's just some abstract pieces, really fun. They're blank on the inside. So if you're going to use these to make like journaling cards, you could use them just as they are, note cards. Or you have this piece of cardboard at the cardstock at the back that you could use for different things and journaling or paper crafts. But I thought these were fun. They were colorful. And I got 6 little white envelopes with those. So 50 cents. Thought that was a pretty good deal. Okay. In the same little craft store, I saw this little thing, and you know, it's good. It's a good little box. Okay, it opens up. I thought, well, it's just the box. You know, what is that? And I thought, oh, well, $1. It has 64, cards in here that have uplifting thoughts on them and sayings from Louise Hay. I don't know who she is. You know, I started going through them. They're double-sided, actually, and I like some of the things that are on some of them. Some of them have a little bit, well, like maybe a little too much sugar in that cornbread, but they're usable. I mean, because you can always use the center. This is a nice frame, even though they're glossy. Some sandpaper, matte gel medium, could fix some things. This is a cute little thing just to throw in, you know, if you're sending a gift or a card, you like something that says on there. But it's a nice little base. These are pretty good weight, and I thought for $1 plus the little box, I thought this was a pretty decent deal. So I was pretty happy with that. I was in one thrift store, and I thought their books were priced a little high, but I did find this book, and I thought, oh, what's that? You know, you pull it out, you're just thumbing through things. I apologize about the glare, y'all. But this, I thought, well, what is this? And then I started to flip through, and I realized, you know, it's got some pretty pages here, but there's all of these vintage photographs all throughout this book. And I thought, well, it's $2 for the book. I thought, even if I buy a digitized set of vintage photos, you know, it's going to cost me a good bit more than $2. And then everybody's buying those, using some of the same ones. So I thought these are a little bit unique, so I can use these in some other things. Look how cute, isn't that precious? And these kids, I just thought they were just precious photos. Plus, you get some design things that you can use here. Really pretty end papers in this book, and I discovered a fun little thing here. You know, I thought, well, this is fun. It's got a little card, never been written on. So I thought for $2, that was a good little thrift find, and I think I'll enjoy using that. So I also found, well, that's about all I found in those thrift stores. But I went to a Goodwill, and I don't normally like to shop at Goodwill, and the reason is because well, I'm just not a fan of Goodwill. I could explain it, but I won't. But I found this book, and I thought, well, this is a really pretty little book. I mean, like, it's gorgeous. You know, the aesthetic of it. It's hardback, but it's got that kind of squishy cover. And Grandma, tell me your story. And I thought, well, this is fun. $1.99 at Goodwill. And Beautiful papers, beautiful papers. It's never been used. I mean, this is a beautiful book, and truthfully, I am a grandmother. I may just use this as is, and record some things for my grandchildren, which, or I might use it in another way. There's some beautiful blank journaling pages lined at the back, beautiful M papers. Um, it could become an altered book. You know, the cover is gorgeous. Definitely could be used for something. So I liked that as well. Um, I love to buy children's books and thrift them because they are full of beautiful artwork. And this was a case, also a Goodwill find for $1.99. Um, and the cover caught my eye, of course, and I'm sorry about the glare again, y'all. But this, when I opened it up and I saw this end paper here, I was I was hooked. I was hooked, and it has the same artwork at the back. Now, of course, this is on the hardback. This is here, but I just thought this is gorgeous. But I was expecting really beautiful illustrations as I went through, and I was not disappointed. Gorgeous illustrations. Beautiful text on the pages, beautiful pages. They have just the smallest tinge of aging around the edge. But this, just as paper, is great because you can either print something directly on the page, because I'm interested in the size of that. Let me see if I can give this a measurement, and let's see. All right, so that's 8 1/4 by almost 11. So it's not quite letter size, but it could be taped to a piece of letter size paper, or the printer might take it just as it is. So it's fun to take and print some digitals right on top of text for books. And you've got this nice clear edge in these pages. So that is nice. And then if you printed something like on this side, on the other side, on the flip side, you've got a cute little illustration. There's just a lot of options with this book, and with the illustrations, with the text on the pages. So children's books are just, they're a really fun resource. I just like the whimsy of them, the kind of the imagination and the dreamy nature of children's stories books. And when you get an older one like this, you get really, really nice, well done artwork. And I have a great appreciation for that. So I was very happy with this purchase. Now, this one, also a children's book, was only 99 cents at the Goodwill. And as I, looked at it, the author is also the artist. And this has gorgeous illustrations in it. I haven't read it yet. It may end up being just one that goes on the bookshelf for my grandchildren, but we shall see. It is it's got the dust jacket here, plus it's got the hardback book underneath. So you get double artwork there. I always, dust jackets don't ever stay on books, especially children's books anyway. So it's useful. This is useful art and useful paper. The thing it has been signed by the artist and the author of the book, and it was in a Goodwill for 99 cents. And that's a little heartbreaking, but I guess I haven't read this yet. We'll see if it's something I'll keep as a book for my grandchildren, or if I'm going to end up just using it. I think if I use it, I would do things like an altered book, because look at these illustrations. So if I don't like the story, this can be covered, and then the illustrations, each page is like this. So you have text on one side and these beautiful paintings on the other side. I just loved the colors in this, and the style of the artwork. I thought it was absolutely just beautiful. So I'm looking forward to reading the story and getting around to that. We'll see. We'll see if in the future I'm making an altered book out of this, or if it's going on the bookshelf. We'll find out. But I just thought this was a lovely book. Again, lovely illustrations. One of the things I like to look for is coloring books, like the high quality coloring books, adult coloring books, but that have the nice heavyweight pages, not that newsprinty type page. Even if they've been partially used, to me they're still really useful for for journaling, junk journaling, and this sort of thing. Or if it's images that I don't care to use in my junk journals, they can always be pulled out. And again, the grandkids can color them or whatever. I like these. They coffee dye. You can dye these papers, coffee dye them, tea dye them, otherwise dye them. And put them into junk journals. These are really simplistic, and this one about cats with hats, which is pretty funny, 99 cents. And but there's a lot of paper in here that can be copied, and it's one-sided, so you get a one-sided print, blank on the other side. So if these are dyed or whatever in some way, they work perfect. Fold them in half, work perfect to put in your signatures in your journals. There's a couple in here that have even been colored. I think it's pretty obvious this is probably a younger child person who colored these, but I don't mind this. You know, you can dye over the top of it or just use it like it is. It's kind of clever and fun. So the cats, you know, it's got a lot of, it's funny. It's a funny thing, but I think I'll find some uses for those. They'll be fun. And then I found this one. Now this was $1.99. But I have adult children who love, you know, manga and those different things. And this is unused at all. It's never been colored in. And it's in really nice condition, nice square pages, and just beautiful little whimsy, flights of fancy, as it says, and beautiful pieces of whimsy and art. I thought these might lend themselves to coloring them myself, or watercoloring, colored pencils. Who knows if I'm wanting to use some of these things and just pop them in different places. I thought they could be fun. You know, it's a little bit wider. You wouldn't want to fold it in half unless you're doing like a tall, narrow journal, because they would be really narrow. Because again, let's see, the measurements on this are, let's see, approximately 9.5 by 9.5 pages. So, but you can also do a thing where you partially fold a page and put it into a journal, and it can be used like a pocket or add something to it. So this had a lot of possibilities, and I just thought that the drawings were super fun. They're not just basic color book outline drawings. These have shading. They have some nuance to them. And it's a specific kind of art style, and it either appeals to you or it doesn't. But in our family, we're a little nerdy, so I guess we like it. And I thought it was well worth $2. I like that. Now, my big treasure that I found in art store. It was laying on the bottom of a table in a display area, and it was this book. Immediately caught my eye. I picked it up. I have since found out that they say this book weighs 5.5 pounds. Okay. This is a Howler Brothers book. It was done in memory of the 10th anniversary of Howler Brothers, if you know what that is. Men's clothing company, I think in Austin, Texas, but they started out as a rock band. Okay. And I just recognized immediately, this is worth $5, even just from the cover. This is textured. It's almost got that tapestry type feel. It's textured. It's a full cover all the way, front and back. It wraps around. Pull the little label, the price tag off, and $5 price tag. And underneath, there's some paint that's been splattered on here. Guess what? I don't even care. I don't care. This would make the most gorgeous altered book. The cover is just lovely. Who knows? Maybe add more white paint spatters, and then it makes total sense or whatever. I'm not even a fan. I really dislike snakes, but I actually even like it on spot. I love the colors of it. This could be covered, or it could be left just as it is. I looked this up. They're still selling these. The 10th anniversary was 2021, but they're still selling them. Brand new, these sell for about $50. So I bought it without knowing what it was worth. They're selling used on eBay for 35 up and somewhere in that area. So I was super thrilled with this, but the cover isn't the only thing that's great. Wait until we open this up. This is basically 12 by 12 pages. Let me again get my measuring device here. And yeah, these are 12, it's 12 by 12. It's a 12 by 12 book. And you know, this end papers, not anything like to write home about, but yet it's cool. I mean, it's a cool background piece. But there's all of these beautiful illustrations and design pages in here. I mean, these guys are fun. It's a very manly book. So if you're ever wanting to do journals or scrapbooks or anything, you know, for men, for boys, wow, what a great resource this is. So you know, it's just see gorgeous photographs. Okay, lots of options here. You can just see many options. Yes, pages with text, but this is a piece of paper. Okay, now it has this gorgeous on the back. So just imagine you've got this folded into as a signature in your journal, and the other side you've got all this white space, and this can have something put over it, a pocket, cluster, whatever you want to do. So this just one page is a beautiful resource to use in a journal. Then there's things like this in it, and this is just it to me. This is just glorious. It's just so much fun. And then things like this, like the prints. I guess these are prints. Maybe they put on their clothing. I'm not sure. There's just so many fun, beautiful images. Whether the photography, the design work that's in it, just really. I mean, look, monkeys, but it's fun. It's so fun. And all I had to do was pick it up, feel the cover, feel the heft of it, flip through about 3 pages, and I knew $5. I was totally willing to pay $5 for this book. And yeah, it's a collector's item, but it doesn't mean anything to me as a collector's item. So I'm likely to just be tearing this thing up and using it. But I just loved this book, and I thought it was so fun. And anyway, that's my little bit of thrift haul from the Florida Panhandle as we drove back home to Louisiana from Panama City Beach and up through Miramar Beach, all the way up to Gulf Shores on home. But if you're ever down in that territory, give some of those little thrift stores a look. They're pretty good down in that area. And I wish every one of you peace and wholeness. Shalom. I'll see you again soon.